Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. After a short break, some days, we are here again. So, welcome, everyone. There are again some changes, updates on YouTube going on. We'll have to check it out. Yes. Let's see what we got. Shit. Okay. So, basically, as always, this is it. This is it. Whatever is here and now, however it is exactly as it is meant to be, is absolutely wholeness, absolutely everything and nothing, appearing as what is in totality, absolute as the totality of everything that is what you are. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Can try. Okay. It's a little bit too bright. Or not? Yeah, it's like a little bit artificial. Let's see. Let's turn it off. The totality of whatever is the natural reality, your nature. Natural reality, just to use some words, that's what you cannot not be in direct manifestation. Where nothing is missing and nothing has to be added. Nothing to add, nothing to remove. This is already everything. This is already this, what you cannot not be. Cannot not be should be just another pointer on your true nature. This which always is, the only that is always, the only real which is always out of itself, absolute isness, which is not fleeting, not coming and going, not waving, not having any beginning, any end, as every beginning and every end is relativity and point of view, so to say, out of the subject, which is observing or seeing the object, which is changing, but already the subject, which is seeing, I see emptiness, I see the relative world, I see this, I see that, already manifestation, already identification, already an appearance, already something imposed, already something relative and not that what you truly are. Oh, let me think I did a mistake with the live stream again. This could be a problem. It's not visible, yeah? Ah, it is, okay. No problem. Yeah. Hello, Vatix. I'm not at all into Formula One. I'm not following it at all. I'm a Speedway fan. I don't know if you know Speedway sports. Speedway, do you know that? But I heard that Max Verstappen is just a monster. Yeah. Absolute beast, yeah. I'm from Germany, my friend. Where are you from? Tokyo. Nice, nice, nice. Today I was watching a documentary about this. I don't know the name of them, but it was in Osaka, I think. The car racers, yeah, they have this Honda Civic clubs and whatever. It was very interesting. No football, no. Only watching some finals going on, but not really being a fan. So not really. Yeah. I'm a Speedway fan and chess fan. Very rare combination. Yeah. So yeah, welcome everybody to the live stream today, Together in Truth, live Satsang, where you can ask all questions that want to arise. Your live questions, your existential questions, whatever you want to share is here. Welcome. No spam, no negativity. We are here together as that what we truly are, which doesn't know any separation to itself and to anything else. No separation at all. Here is the same energy talking to itself. Yeah. Hey, buddy, how are you? How have you been? Yeah, very nice. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're good. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we had some days of break. So life is always caring for itself. And when we are interfering in life, trying to control life, trying to change direction of how life wants to flow, that's the misery, that's the suffering. That is the cause of all so-called problems that we think there are problems out there in a world, in relation to us, which is just another illusion in a dream of separation. Because for the problem, there has to be a subject related to it, yeah? Which is already something imposed, already something artificial and out of forgetfulness. So there is only life caring for itself in its infinite way and possibilities all the time, every moment. There's nothing else than life. Life caring for itself, so to say. We just always said too much. Yeah, but just to the relation to your question, there is no you as a subject to life or in life. There's only life, just the existence itself, dancing with itself, so to say. But nobody in it, nobody outside life, nobody besides, nobody who can get into life. There is just this beauty of existence, this absolute immediacy of everything, where everything is too late. Like I am here and see the life, or I am in life, I am having my life, already too late. Yeah. Like every morning when you stand up, seemingly waking up, it's not like you are waking up in the body and I'm the human. Oh, now I here and again. I was in sleeping and now I'm as autonomous human again in life, in world, which is a completely dream of forgetfulness. It's just like that's what existence is. That's what the para Brahman, the absolute, is just dreaming again, so to say. Yeah. So actually, you're not waking up, but you are dreaming. And every night when you go to sleep, when you believe you go to sleep, you're going home, so to say. But not really as well. It's like, I mean, to be very careful with the words. As nobody goes home, because there is only home. There is nothing else but home. Yeah. Yeah. There has never been anything else as home. That's what home is. Is that your very true nature of who you truly are? Yeah. So yeah, it always comes to the same. Like Nisargadatta is always reminding us with this I am, which is the consciousness itself, not putting attention anymore to the world, to the relativity, to the change, to the waves on the ocean. They're coming and going, coming and going. Where we are constantly putting attention to whatsoever which is coming and going, clinging to that, attaching to that, just identifying with whatsoever, which is just a manifestation, which is coming and going. So how can that which is coming and going, which has always the nature of change, can be what you are? And that's how we are getting into all this misery of suffering. All those possible dimensions, which is a death mention, yeah. It's a zombie mention, dimensions, all those dimensions of whatever human possible, whatever you think, believe to be real or not real, whatever you tell to yourself, I am that, I am this, already identified with something which is relative, and all relativity in its nature is change, energy in flow, energy flowing. So how can a wave claim itself? I am this wave. I am this wave. There are waves. Everything is waves. Ocean playing all waves. But it's the same water. It's the same energy. Yeah. So just because you put your attention to the body and you think you are the body, believing I am here, this body, which is just a wave, not separate from the ocean, never separate from the ocean. And that's what Nisargadatta is suggesting us. Come to this I am. Come to this pure I am, which is consciousness itself, being conscious about itself, not putting attention anymore to the relativity. Whatsoever is coming and going, not putting attention to that. Don't ask any questions besides one question: who am I? And this one simple question, which is the purest form of self-inquiry, self-investigation. Who am I? Not putting any attention to the world, to the manifestation anymore, which is the seemingly outside here, outside there, without any curiosity and, oh, this is interesting, this could be this is I am this, all this, not only the outer world, but as well what is going on in the mind, which can be full of bullshit, full of limitations, full of belief systems, full of indoctrinated beliefs, trauma, emotions, convoluted energy mixtures, where it's all about the ego, which is clinging to all of those ideas. So that's meant by all those outer. Even the inner and the mind is the outer. Yeah, it is energy. So you might believe that the world is more real than the thinking, than the thoughts, but it's the same energy. Yeah, even the thoughts is a it's like a materialization. It's materializing. Every thought is energy. So just coming back to this I am. Who am I? This simple question, which is just the self, putting attention to that, what is attention to itself, not to the world anymore. And then you can just, who am I? And this attention, just to itself. Thoughts are energy patterns. Absolutely. Everything is energy. Thoughts are energy, energy in flow. Like this, everything is in flow. Everything is a flow of energy. This is all consciousness. Yeah. Everything is consciousness. Thoughts are consciousness. There's nothing but consciousness. Nothing but consciousness, in dance with itself. Yeah. But the seemingly hindrance that we are putting upon ourselves is just the identifications and attachments to what? To the energy, which the nature of the energy is just flow, coming, going. Energy can only change, just going, coming, go. And we are clinging to that, clinging, this. And because everything is changing, everything is a constant flow. Oh, we are losing this because this is going. The wave is now dissolving itself into the ocean. And because we are clinging to that, this wave was so beautiful. Oh, my girlfriend. And now she's gone. And now I'm sad. Just an example. You've been clinging to your girlfriend because you thought this is your source of happiness because now you're in love. And now the wave is changing. Like love wants to flow in the direction where it wants to flow, where it's just flowing, the flow of life. But you are forgetting yourself as the ocean that wants to play the wave exactly as it is, that your girlfriend is now together with somebody else, which you can only be happy about. Yeah. Because love is love. There's only love. Love is not clinging to anything, not attaching to anything. Yeah. Ego is attached to anything to gain. Absolutely. Yeah. ego can live only out of attachment to whatsoever. And the ego knows every trick to attach to anything which is possible to trick yourself. So you are suffering and not knowing who you truly are. And therefore, it is so important in a way, to just ask this one question: who am I? Because then there's no attachment to anything possible. And you see it. You're just going back to the I am, which is just seeing consciousness about what is, awareness of what is, and even who am I? Exactly this question. Who am I? The awareness, consciousness to itself, not anymore to the world, not in the dream anymore, not to the news and Gaza and the war and how bad is the world and it should be different and whatsoever. Because again, you are forgetting yourself that you are the ocean itself, playing everything simultaneously, thinking you are the wave, a separate wave from the ocean. There are other waves, and those waves are not okay. This should be different. And again, you're suffering. Subject, object. I'm here, other waves. Here is the outer world. Again, separation. Again, suffering. Yeah. So not attention to whatsoever in the dream, but just to itself, just into this here and now, to this I am. Not I am that, but just to the I am. Then you can just be and see that there might be tendencies of avoidance of what is, tendencies of attachments, tendencies of identifications, but now you're not living out of them. You are not living the whole day out of these attachments, out of these desires, out of these identifications, but you are seeing them. And that's the only way. People are asking, how do I get out of it? How do I avoid it? How do I stop thinking? How do I stop identifications? I'm suffering. Not knowing that they are putting attention to it, therefore it is real, it is in the foreground, it is in the game. Wherever the attention goes, energy flows. So that this simple question, who am I? Not giving attention to all those relative dimensions, to the pure I am here. What is there here? What is there? Who am I? Yeah. So like in the cinema, now we have the ocean, talking about the ocean, but the cinema is even better. Yeah. Because out of this identification, attachments, all this ego mechanism, you know, where the movie is going on, now you're getting the attention back to the screen itself, the screen which is beyond the movie, which is allowing the movie to be, which is the whole ocean, the ocean of consciousness. You're coming back to the I am, to the screen itself, realizing, wow, I am not the movie, I am beyond. And I am not affected by the movie, whatever is going on in the movie, however bad the movie might be. This is only a game. Yeah. I have ADHD, to quiet mind, take some supplements. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that medicine, of course, is helping, or something that you can take. Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, always coming back here and now into the silence of just being, to the I am. who am I? And you come automatically to the I am, because the mind is then not attached to anything, not identified with anything, no desires going on. And even if it's in the beginning very hard and challenging, this is exactly as it has to be. And just by seeing it, it dissolves step by step, always coming back, always just coming back to this I am, seeing that the mind and your attention wants to go there, there. Just by seeing it, that's the only thing. Just by seeing it, of the light of your consciousness, you can see that this is just a tendency, but not who you truly are. And when you're going into this again, you're forgetting yourself. Again, you are in the world of duality and world of separation. Then just come back again. Just come back again and see and be and do nothing. Do nothing. Just be and see. Yeah. And you will feel something much bigger, which is more beautiful than anything else that you could imagine, that you could believe of. Something more open, more endless, infinite, unconditional than everything else what the world could promise you or whatsoever, which is the game of coming and going, changing constantly. The only constant is the change. But what is there? And this is the question of who am I? Coming back to the I am, to the screen itself of the movie, which is not affected by any phenomenon, what is going on in the world. Not even death, not even anything whatsoever. Yeah. So that's the game, so to say, of awakening, with how awakening is happening. First, it comes from the world of I am that, this, I am that, relative world, back to the relative I am, to the consciousness itself. And then it goes even more back to this I, which is the Father, which is the idea of the Father. Yeah. And even this is not who you are. Even this is going beyond the beyond, which is beyond the awareness, beyond the light of consciousness, the absolute, which is your nature of your pure bliss and being, which you cannot not be. And out of that absolute awareness, absolute consciousness, and absolute world, man, human, is what is the absolute manifestation whatsoever, which is this, which is now. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, welcome everyone. Just ask any question that you want. So the absolute guru is always here and now. It cannot not be, because it is life itself. It is the existence itself, which is always present, always there, as there's nothing beyond that, nothing besides that. The absolute guru is always present. And it can show itself in many forms: books, spiritual teachers, this live stream, a thought, yeah, a plant or something on the street, a smile of a stranger, because everything is life. Everything is life. And the absolute guru, which is always present in everything and everywhere, exactly is arranging every moment as it has to be. Because it cannot be differently. Because it would be differently, then it will be different. But it is not. It is exactly as it has to be. And that's the freedom. Always reminding yourself that you are the flow of life. This absolute spontaneousness, absolute immediacy of life itself, where it's just not possible that there's any control of whatsoever on any level, on any dimension. That there's only life dancing with itself, absolute free, unconditional. However, it is unfolding. Every moment is absolute new and fresh. Nothing to add, nothing to remove, absolutely fresh, new. This, 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 and again this, this. Yeah. So this is it. You are the answer on every question that you ever had. This eternal moment, every moment is already what you have ever dreamed of. Ever dreamed of. Anything that you have dreamed of, ever, is not even near so beautiful, which is already a gift for you here and now, in this eternal moment. This eternal moment is a gift for you, given by yourself, given by your true nature, just to remind you on who you truly are. What about many atrocities and cruelties that people do? I can't understand how is this love. Again, what I said in the beginning, I don't know if you've been there. This is again attention to the dream. Attention not here, not to who am I, what is that, but you go there, into the dream, into the waves. You try to understand why are those other waves such waves and not differently? How can it be that their waves are so? Again, you are identified and attached to the world, to the dream, to the outside. Your spirit, your mind is just fleeting somewhere, but not here again. Let it be. Don't put any attention to the world, to the relativity, however it is, whatever is going on. Yeah? Put the attention absolutely on yourself. Because otherwise you will never, ever find an answer in the outside, yeah? So we should do nothing about evil in the world. There is no such a thing like evil. There is no such a thing. Again, this can only come out of the identification. and forgetfulness. Just come back to this moment, my dear, and you will just see who you truly are. That this question is just not there in reality, in that what you truly are. Life cares for itself in infinite ways. There's nobody to understand life as you are life itself, yeah? And there every question just dissolves, yeah? Like an ice cube, melting to the water, to the steam, and just dissolving into nothingness. It has never been there. Life cares for itself in every possible way. But there's just no second. And this is what you can now, here and now, remind yourself. That you are, with this question, you are splitting yourself into your own creation. That, again, you believe you are a wave, that there are separate waves, that everybody is the wave, but autonomous wave, in separation to each other, that we are 8 billion people in the world. Everybody is autonomous, everybody has a free will, everybody can decide or not decide. And this is the dream. Just to see this as wrong, and can only happen here and now. That this is just identification. And because you are identifying yourself with, most probably with your human body mind, that you are that, automatically everybody else is also a human with free will. And then you're seeing all this cruelty done by people, forgetting that this is all the same energy ocean, playing every wave simultaneously. And coming back to yourself, to this I am, to the consciousness of everything. There will be no attention anymore going to the dream, because you're seeing it as wrong. You're seeing it as not what you truly are. Yeah. What is here and now, which is unaffected by anything. It is just by itself, absolutely free, flowing as this, flowing, those words, those gestures, whatever is happening. Absolute. Everything else is mind. You're putting attention to ideas, to the dream, and therefore you're forgetting yourself. And this is called suffering. And here we are. I remind you, I just can put whatever I can do to show you, so you can see that you're just giving attention to the dream, and therefore your mind is splitted in separation, into division. Yeah. So ask yourself, if you have a free will, ask yourself who you are. Who am I? Again, this question. Yeah. Is there really somebody? Is there really an instance, appearance? And if there is appearance, where is this appearance every night in deep sleep, where everything is disappearing? And I always say, just make this, when you go to sleep today in the night, when you go to bed, if you have the free will, can you decide when is the time when you sleep, when you just shut down? It just comes automatically. It just comes by its own. You never know when it happens, and you will never know what happens next moment, because there's just no instance, no appearance of an ego, no instance there to be in control of whatsoever. It just happened by itself. Whatever happens, whatever is there. When pain is there, then there is the experience of pain. It's not better, not worse than everything else. What could happen, yeah? Going to the cinema, going to swimming, eating, cleaning, dishes. It's all just life in flow of itself, in absolute flow of itself, not knowing itself, just being. Life doesn't know itself, it is just life. But we are always trying to change the direction of the water, the direction of the flow of the river. Like just imagine standing in front of the river. The water comes just automatically, just flowing into this direction. How can the water think or believe it can change the direction of the flow? Yeah. Just as an analogy of whatever is happening, this is life. This. Yeah. Yeah. Question, guys? Questions? Welcome everybody who's new. Everyone. Yeah. So yeah, you cannot hold in your breath for 5 minutes. I'm just pointing that everything always happens spontaneously and just immediate out of itself. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Who of you guys is taking ice cold showers? Now the water in the winters is colder, huh? It's like almost warm, I would say, like compared to the summer water, which is absolutely warm when they make it cold. Yeah. By just simply being. Yeah. I don't know what to respond to what you said. That's good. Then it's okay. Absolutely nice. There doesn't have to be any response. It's even better if you don't know to what to respond. Just be what is. Just be what is now, here and now. Yeah. Because there's no need for anything. Just being in silence or with words, doesn't matter. Hello, what's up? Everything is always in perfect, universal, godly order. It cannot be differently. However, the theater of life is appearing. It's always absolute as it is. Yeah. It's only our ignorance, our own ignorance that believes or thinks that things should be different, that life should go in other way, other direction as it flows. Again, just against God, like God against himself, so to say, which is not possible. And that's the suffering. Yeah. Ignorance is just a seemingly forgetfulness of who you are. But it's a part of the game. If it is happening, seemingly it is there for just a temporary time, just as a dream. Yeah. It doesn't limit you because that what you are cannot be limited by anything. And that what you think you are is not real. The appearance of an ego of a human is just not there. It is the dream of separation, not real. This is not who you are. As this comes out of the ignorance of believing that you are part of the movie, a real part appearing in the movie, forgetting that you are the absolute, projecting the wholeness of everything. Therefore, that which is the absolute, which is allowing the movie to be and the consciousness to dance beyond awareness, beyond consciousness, but being what consciousness is, absolute what is, the dance of consciousness itself cannot be limited. There are many contradictions and many misunderstandings, yeah? Like some people believe, or teachers even, that consciousness has to limit itself to be a human, like through a prison of light, and then no. Consciousness can do whatever it wants. Everything is possible. Everything which is possible and impossible is possible for consciousness, yeah? So it cannot limit itself. That's what you are, which is even beyond consciousness, which doesn't know itself, but it is what it is, which is here and now. There's no limit possible. There are no limits to it. There's no idea of whatsoever, yeah? But the seemingly ignorance, which is just a seemingly dream, which never happened, which cannot affect anything, it's just a seemingly dream of separation, which is suffering, which is temporary, which never happened. And the suffering is the biggest gift to itself, life to itself, just suffering and then just meditating about itself, yeah? And the dream of the illusion is just dissolving into nothingness, into that what you are. When there, the clarity is there that nothing ever happened, that there is only life, yeah? Yeah. Cypher was right. Cypher, you mean Cypher from Matrix? Or what? That the Matrix is more real than the real world, or what? Or we have a cipher here in the chat. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I don't get your question. Yeah. So there is only life. And this is what we can here and now, which is always the opportunity and the chance, because every moment is made for that. Every moment is life itself. It is existence dancing with itself. Every moment you can just see through this illusion of the ego, all of this separation, and be what is life. That's it. Being what life is what you cannot not be, which is the every moment. Yeah. I have to beat someone else in order to survive. Is this the best way to live life? Whatever. There's no somebody else out there. There's no someone else in separation to you. There's no such a thing. Yeah. So how do we get there to this understanding that there's nobody else out there? Just ask yourself if you are there and find the instance and find the solid state of non-changing existence of yourself that you believe to be. Again, self-inquiry, self-investigation. Who am I? We come always to the same, to the question, is there really somebody existing in separation to somebody else? Or is it just an idea that you believe in and unconsciously live out of this belief system that you are here and there are somebody else? And out of that illusion, every misery arises, every possible judgment of how everybody else is and how they should be. Again, wave against another waves. I have to fight the other wave because this wave is in danger. This wave tries to attack me. It's too near to me. I have to defend myself. Not knowing that you are the ocean itself, playing everything simultaneously, all the waves, being the ocean itself, the same water everywhere. So like consciousness is everything and all, everyone, everything. Like there is only consciousness. Just to get back to this knowing who you truly are. Yeah. Dog is consciousness. Your parents are consciousness. You are consciousness, exactly as the same energy in flow. Energy in flow. Like who said that? Tesla, I think, or whoever. If you want to understand reality, think in terms of energy, frequency. Yeah. Again, another concept, but just as a reminder, just as a pointer. Yeah. 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 Yeah, absolutely. It seems like this is a solid material thing in this phone. But it's not. It's just an idea that this is solid. Everything is like, just see what the physicists are doing. They're going deep and deeper and deeper, and they see atoms, photons, quarks, and then nothingness, and then waves and nothingness. Yeah. Yeah, they say 90% it's empty space or even more. 99%, I don't know. But this doesn't matter. This is another concept. There is just no matter. And they will never find any matter. Thanks God. Because the only thing which has to be given up is the idea that they are the human trying to understand the outer world, a subject that wants to understand the objective world. That's the idea. When they drop off that, then suddenly there's like, boom, there's just this. So the physicists are nothing else but God looking for God. Consciousness constantly looking for itself. And this will never happen. There will never be a goal. There will never be ending to that. This is literally God looking for himself. And it's not possible, because how can God find himself? Therefore, this is the illusion of the I, of the ego, of the subject and object, which is the only dream that holds on this whole illusion of something that we can find someday. We will understand the universe. We will understand how life is going on, which will never happen, because life is already. There is only life. How can life find itself? Yeah. So here we are, coming together into this live satsang, reminding ourselves that there's nothing to seek, nothing to search, nothing to find, nothing to lose. Thanks God, guys, that what you truly are cannot lose anything, cannot gain anything. It is already wholeness, completeness, absolute. Your nature, yeah? Yeah, and it's mostly empty space. It's like this what is everything and nothing at the same time, like simultaneously. Because there's no idea anymore, no distinctions anymore made by the ego. This is something and this is nothing. This is reality, this is not non-reality. This is duality, this is non-duality. There's just no this instant to make all those distinctions, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Empty space is just empty space. It's like the I am. It's like the screen before the movie. The absolute emptiness, timelessness, statelessness, the I am, consciousness. Yeah. This is what the people are experiencing when they are have a near-death experience. They are going from the body, detached from the body, suddenly in this nothingness, in this darkness of nothingness, spacelessness, absolute infinite space, which is not empty. It's full of knowledge, so to say, because it is a the purest manifestation of what you are, and then even the light of that, yeah. And then you come to the light of consciousness, which is the I, from I am that to I am to I, the pure light, awareness. But even this is not what you are. So yes, there's a possibility of experiencing of emptiness, of nothingness, yeah, the infinite space. So like world, relativity, and then nothingness, the empty space. Yeah. There is no matter in the universe. There is no universe. There is no real space. All those are ideas. All those are concepts. Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people searching for the what's the point of this life and end up getting frustrated for searching for the answer to that. Yeah, it's a never-ending circle. Yeah. Yeah, because it's life asking itself. But life is already life. Life, God is already God. Love, unconditional love, is already unconditional love. In appearance of everything. So there is no question in that. There are just no questions, as there is no questioner. Find the questioner. Find the questioner. Be earnest with yourself, honest, and find the questioner and see if there is a real questioner there. Yeah. And the frustration is, of course, the consequence of the dream of the ego of separation. It's natural. Yeah. Out of the separation, life wants to find itself. Life wants to, like life, the ego, the seemingly dream of separation, which is fear itself, because separation is fear. There's me, there's second, yeah? There's me, there's second. But this is already me and somebody else, something else, which is already fear. It's not who you are. And therefore, there's a frustration and all those questions arising. What is life? What is the point of life? What is the truth? Is there God? What is that? Is there a universe? Who am I? And then this, who am I? Who am I? And then attention to itself. And this is the reminder, the reminding of yourself who you are, yeah? There is no ego, and pride is ego. Pride is, again, somebody who could be proud of itself or of himself. Again, separation, again, appearance of an ego, again, not what love is. As there is only the ocean of consciousness, how can somebody be proud of whatsoever? Again, a wave that tries to claim itself to be the wave. I am the wave and I am proud of myself. Look what I achieved. Look what I did. I am proud. Yeah. Again, bullshit. Again, forgetfulness. Not what life itself is. Yeah. Can only be the wrong. Can only be something imposed. Can only be a dream. Can only be held. Pride. What is pride? Just ask yourself, what is pride? Who needs pride? Who can be proud of himself? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Ego. In German, it's nice to say ego because it means ego, which means it will go anyways. That's, I cannot translate in English, but yeah, it's like a fart. It's like God is farting, it smells for a while, and then it's gone. This is ego. So nothing ever happened. It's just a fart of God. Devil is just the fart of God. Yeah. Let's write a book. Fart of God. The ego. Yeah. Talk about what? Signaling? What do you mean? What do you mean about that? Can you explain it a bit more? What do you mean by the question? Thank you for the likes. Share it, comment, subscribe. Yeah. So nothing ever happened. Here we are, just to come here and now. It's always about just being absolute here and now. Yeah. Just to remind us that the movie on the screen in the cinema is not affecting the screen and the projector and the light of the consciousness. There's a light coming out of the projector. This is the absolute. This is what you are, projecting the light of consciousness, which is playing the screen and the movie. The Holy Trinity. Here we go are again. The Father, the pure light, the I, consciousness, the screen, I am, and then the movie, the world. Whatever manifestation, whatever relative. Yeah. But this is one. Like this is when you go to sleep, the world disappears, consciousness disappears, awareness disappears into the projector, into the absolute. And every morning, what happens? Boom, I am that. You're dreaming yourself again as what is. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. This is who you are. When you go to sleep, boom, 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 nothingness, no perception, no perceiver. And then again, boom, boom, boom. I am that world. As the Holy Trinity, but not in separateness. No separation. I am that. Awareness, consciousness, world, human. Yeah. That's it. Exactly like in the cinema, so to say. Just to imagine the comparison, the analogy. Yeah. That's it. This is who you are. In the deep sleep, when there's now even awareness, when even the I disappears, you still are what you are. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. When you deleted the question, but the question was very good. Maybe you can write it again. When you go to sleep, there really is nothing. Absolutely. This is the absolute. Like the projector in the cinema, but there's nothing beyond the projector, so to say. And this is what you are. The absolute, the supreme reality. The para Brahman. This is the projector, which doesn't know itself, but it is the absolute. And this is in deep sleep. Everything disappears like a vacuum cleaner, the whole universe, the whole existence, to the projector itself. It's not even going back. It's just to point, yeah? That there's no perception, no awareness, no consciousness, absolute darkness, nothing, yeah? And then you're dreaming yourself again. So basically, it's the exactly opposite. When you go to sleep, you go home, so to say, and when you dream, when you wake up in the morning, you are dreaming. This is the dream. This is the projection of the movie, yeah? What do you think about the role of competition in life? Yeah, on the relative level, there are many competitions going on, yeah? Sports, business, whatsoever. It's just an appearance. It's nothing which can affect you. It's just the appearance of yourself, how you appear, as seemingly competition. But it's all consciousness competing with itself. Yeah. And every possible ending of any competition is already in that what you are already there, every possibility. It just unfolds itself in all those seemingly competitions which are possible, just like a movie, like a movie going on, like on Netflix. But the movie is already there. All movies are already there. All possible movies, yeah? Yeah. But you always compete with yourself, so to say. But when you believe you are in real competition with anybody else or somebody else, and that you have to prove yourself to be better, to be the best, then you might again be in the dream of separation, believing you are separate from everything else. Everything is the same water, everything is the same consciousness. Yeah. So there's no real competition out there in life. Life plays itself, existence plays itself in seemingly competitions, like two chess players getting to the world championship and trying to get the title. But it's already written. The scenario is already written. Yeah. 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 But if it's written for you that you have to compete with somebody else, which is you, then beautiful, then enjoy. Because this is then meant for you. Like playing football, you compete with some other team. But this is again, this is how life plays itself with itself, as there's only life. But just the beauty of playing football and beauty of being that moment and playing and like, you know, beautiful. Yeah. So I always love to watch people who are professional. I really admire people who are really good at something because that's beautiful. Like people are really, like also competing, yeah. Like UFC, for example, watching fights. I am a speedway fan. I really love speedway, which is a beautiful sport. And watching some chess sometimes, yeah. So it's all about competition, but who is competing with who? Life with itself, consciousness with itself, God with himself, yeah. On every level, also in business, in politics, or whatsoever. But it's just a relative world of appearance. It's not nothing important, nothing which is whatsoever changing you. It cannot affect what you truly are. If you lose or win, you cannot lose or win. You cannot gain or lose anything. Your nature is unaffected by every phenomenon, whatever is happening. Your nature is just unchangeable. Yeah. How to abandon God? Realize that there's nothing else but God. There has never been anything else than God. That everything else is just a idea of something. That everything is you. That there is only life. Yeah. How to be an individual? There's no separation whatsoever on any level. Yeah. But yet you are experiencing yourself, so to say, as an individual appearance, which doesn't mean that you are not simultaneously everything else, existence, in the wholeness of appearance. Like Osho said, only individual is real, but there's no real individuality in reality of a separate instance to other individuals. This is the dream, yeah? Hmm. Why did they invented the word? Yeah, God invented the word just to entertain himself, just to entertain and talk to itself, yeah? There's nothing wrong about language, nothing right about language. It's just how you talk to yourself. But the language of words is just like the vision or touching or smelling. It's just all language to, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Neither funny nor not funny. There is no such a thing like funny God. Again, it's like a label or something, yeah? God is humor. God is laughing. God is love. Yeah, yeah, there's no idea, no concept, no dogma, no theory, no whatsoever, yeah? There is no why to life. It's just what is. This is the absolutely. This is it. Whatever comes. This, 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 this. Absolutely. Got to accept life for what it is. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, even the acceptance is not enough because for acceptance, there again has to be an I to accept circumstances and life and situations and whatever is happening around the one who is accepting. Acceptance can be good, okay, for a certain time because life will change the appearance and then the acceptance is again broken. So again, acceptance can be good, but it's not enough, not good enough. The freedom of acceptance and non-acceptance, that's the freedom. Freedom of both, because both are prison of the I, of the ego. Life doesn't need acceptance. Some people say, teachers say, everything is already accepted. Yes, in a way, because already everything is as it is without idea of acceptance or non-acceptance. It just is the immediacy. It just is life. But there's nobody to accept life. Yeah. Again, this is the disturbance, the dream of ego. Yeah. So this is just not there. Thanks God. Thanks God, you don't even have to accept anything because both is prison. Yeah. Yeah. The beauty of life is just the life itself, however it unfolds. And it comes out of the beauty that you cannot not be. It is the beauty itself. Undescribable, unreachable beauty. Yeah. Yeah, like life doesn't care about acceptance or non-acceptance. It is life already. It is already whole. It is already what life is in manifestation, in appearance. Whatever is life. So there cannot be anybody between I am accepting this, I'm not accepting that. This is just the illusion. And when this disappears, there's only life. The immediacy of this, yeah, exactly as it is. Every circumstance, every whatever is absolute immediacy, nobody there to control, nobody there to change, nobody there to claim anything. Yeah. Nobody there to dwell anywhere. No state where somebody could be in any state and somebody who could have the power to end any state or change into another state. Again, the try of control of life. Yeah. Which again is what? Suffering, ego, dream of illusion. All those ideas are just not necessary, are just not real. It's just a dream. Yeah. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, I will come to the end now as the tiredness is already coming very heavily. And I would like to thank everybody for being here today. It was again a pleasure. Good questions, good self talk. As this is the self talk. Self talk means you are talking to yourself. Like Karl Renz said, that's what life is, talking to itself through the variation of experiences. Like here, this body Lukasz seemingly had so many different experiences than you had, but still it's the same energy playing itself and then just talking to itself, entertaining itself, maybe reminding itself to itself, on itself. That's just it, yeah? Okay. So thank you everybody for being here. And I will let you know about every event that is coming. So yeah, just be and see. Just be and see that you already are home and you always has been home. And you can never leave home. Never, ever possible. Okay? Guys, thank you and see ya.